All right, welcome to episode 9, is it?
9.
Episode 9 of 94 feet. The reason why we call it 94 feet, the length of the court, 94 feet. We cover everything inside the court. I'm Jay. I got my co-host here.
Yeah, we already know. Legendary Shane.
Yeah, you know the legendary
Yeah.
Shane. And we're going to just jump straight into it this time, man.
Let's
We're going to
go.
jump straight into it. So start bench cut. So this is an older / new. Now, this is them all in their prime.
Gotcha.
Right? All in their prime. Derrick Rose. This is before all the injuries. MVP Derrick
So this
Rose.
is injury list, just skilled talent.
Skilled talent, yes.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose in his prime. Russell Westbrook in his prime. And John Wall.
And John
Where you
Wall.
starting, benching, and cutting?
All right. I'm starting Russell Westbrook.
You starting Russell
I'm
Westbrook?
starting Russell Westbrook.
Even though Derrick Rose was the MVP?
I'm starting Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
I'm benching D Rose and I'm cutting Wall.
The cutting Wall.
I'm cutting John Wall. I gotta, cause I feel like Rose was amazing, but I just felt like his ceiling, cause like we saw his ceiling and that was his MVP year.
Yeah.
And now you got Russell Westbrook. We saw his ceiling. It maybe came at a different time,
Yeah.
but I'll take Russell Westbrook's ceiling over Derrick Rose's
I see
ceiling.
what you're saying.
So I
Yeah.
feel like we got to see, and obviously he's only 24 years old when he won that MVP.
Yeah.
So it's sad that we didn't get to see what he would have looked like if he kept on that trajectory. But we seen it happen. Like I can't say what would have happened. I can only say what happened.
Did happen. Yeah,
What
facts.
did happen? And so I'm taking Russ, man. Russ is the starter. Rose, I'm sorry,
On the bench and then cut John Wall.
and I'm cutting John Wall.
Cutting all that speed, huh?
Man, he's fast, but it's not like them other dudes weren't fast.
True. That's true. That's
John Wall was definitely amazing. I love the fast break when he just behind his back or like spin layups. Like John Wall was different. So this is not me sleeping on John Wall.
It's just those two is better.
It just those two was better.
I feel
Like
you.
at their
I feel
peak.
You got one for me?
Their peak. All right. Here we go. Scoring wise.
Scoring wise.
Right?
Okay.
It's kind of like a start one, bench one, cut one, but looking at it a little bit different from just a scoring wise aspect, right? Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, or James Harden in that 2017 year.
This is easy. It's okay. I am starting Michael Jordan. Now this bench one is hard,
Yeah.
man, because like for one, Jordan like is ridiculous. Like no holes in his game offensively. As far as scoring the ball, like I can go on and on about Jordan. So I literally that mid range is ridiculous. Now the second one, I'm gonna have to put Harden.
No. Oh man,
Listen, let me.
I was already. You know how much of a Kobe fan. I was already like. As soon as you said Jordan first, like I'm just like.
Listen, I'm going Harden at the second one.
No.
man. I gotta bench Harden. And let me tell you why, though.
bro.
Because Kobe is Jordan. Like he is like a little bit of what Jordan, or a lot of bit of what Jordan is. Stole his moves the whole
man.
9. But James Harden in that season,
No.
that too was crazy. Listen,
Nah.
that season, I guarantee that Harden averaged more that season and assist than Kobe did his whole career. I guarantee it. I didn't even look at the numbers because this was new. I guarantee it, though. I guarantee it.
If this is how we starting off this show,
I'm going.
I already know.
I'm going, man. I got to.
But you got to remember, see, this is coming from the same guy that said the Pistons were going to have a good year. So it's like, I don't know how serious to take you. I really don't know how serious because, like,
serious.
After the Pistons thing, I felt like everything going forward was questionable.
Which
It was
is not true.
it was
because-
automatically questionable.
No. I got a whole bunch of W's. But But
Yeah, I think the Pistons one just supersedes all any W that you had. The Pistons, the Pistons. But yeah, going
listen,
back
the
to this
Pistons was
topic,
messed up. The Pistons was messed up. That
yeah,
was me. I don't know what happened. Pistons, they
they
got a
crazy.
good, they got a solid. They're not as bad as their record. I think.
You
I
got
don't think they're as bad as their record.
what Cade said.
I'm McCade right here. I'm McCade right here. I don't think they're bad as their record.
Yeah,
But yeah, I got to bench
No-
Cole. I got to bench
no,
Harden, man. 'cause-
no.
And you got to cut. You got to cut Cole, man.
That's
You got to
that's
cut Bean.
absolutely
R.I.P.
insane.
Bean, but
That's absolutely insane.
listen, you said that season where he just went bonkers.
But Kobe
man.
had a season just like that, put up the same type of numbers, scoring
Yeah,
numbers.
But the thing that I'm telling you is like Kobe doesn't make his team better. Harden made his team better. He averaged
Who is he?
what?
Who is Kobe supposed to make better? Kwame Brown?
Listen,
He was the #1 draft pick out
listen,
of high school, bro.
Harden made Clint Capella look good. So what?
Trey
are we
Young is
talking
making
about, right?
Clint Capella look better.
I don't think he looked better, but this is what I'm saying. Like Harden in that season was crazy,
Bro, you forgetting what Kobe
Crazy.
did in his 05-06 season when he averaged 35 a game, dropping 81. Remember, he had a
And
stretch.
how many
Had a
assists?
stretch for
Yeah,
like-
he had a stretch where he scored. How many was it? 30-point or 40-point games?
It was like 50-point games,
Or
but it was like
50-point
four, like,
That's cool. That's
bro,
cool.
James.
But again,
no.
scoring the ball is more than just putting the ball in.
But what was the original question? I said, who had the better scoring?
Right, scoring the ball is more than just putting the ball.
But you're talking
in the
about
hoop.
dimes to Clint Capella, though.
Exactly my point. So that's what I'm saying. Harden would average 35 points and then 10 assists. So with him
Oh, my
averaging 10
gosh.
assists,
You
that's
take prime
20,
Kobe.
That's 20 points. So that's 35. So that's 55 points that he's scoring.
Nah, you take
He's-
prime Kobe and you put him on that Rockets team, he's averaging 40. Or if you
Okay.
take James Harden
Okay,
and put him
he's
with Smush
averaging-
Parker
okay,
and all
he's
those other
averaging 40,
guys
and
where
he's-
everybody can just crowd
he
him
still
and
don't
nobody
have-
getting
and
buckets.
he still don't
Like
have
you've
the
seen the
assists.
stat lines on some of those games, the numbers that those dudes were shooting.
Dude, this dude's getting 60-point triple doubles. Harden is getting 60 points.
Nah.
Have Kobe ever had a 60-point triple double?
You know how many of those points came from the free throw line too?
What? It's all a part of scoring.
Nah.
That was you said. You said the.
But why are you
it's
talking about
all a
triple
part of
doubles then?
scoring.
Rebounds, where the rebounds come from?
Well, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Nah, it's
but
man,
like
it's
60
questionable.
point, like
I'm putting this
game.
with that Pistons. Like I think,
Nah, man.
I think this is
can't
one of
give
your
you that
worst
one.
takes.
I can't give you that one.
think this is
I
one of
mean,
your
we can
worst
take
takes.
it to the. Listen.
Oh yeah, please put a.
We can take
please
it to the.
take it to the streets on this one.
All right.
But instead of
Take
you
it
got
to-
served,
because
you
the
tell 'em
last
take it to
time
the
we took it to the
streets.
streets, you know what happened.
Barely.
Bird,
And
Bird.
we all know.
You know, KD. You know,
You got to
took a
remember,
L.
you're a little bit older than me, so I feel like your Twitter crowd is a little old.
Nah.
So they some of them probably saw Bird play live, and so it's that bias.
Bird play live.
So it might be a
That's
little bit
hilarious.
biased. It might be a little bit biased,
No,
man.
I'm just saying people know basketball, man. Listen,
Ah.
okay, so you get how I don't even remember how many people it was. It was maybe I don't even remember how many people it was, but it was above 50.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like I don't know, man. People. Last time we took it to the street, you know what happened.
Hey,
You
I took it
know
to
what
the streets
happened,
too
man.
when we had the whole All Star versus Superstar debate,
Oh my goodness!
and every
See, that's
single person that you
Instagram.
said, "Oh, Instagram."
See,
'Cause
see,
it's-
see,
'cause
Instagram. Like you said, I'm a little bit older, so Instagram a little bit younger.
You got them people that's
Listen, Instagram a little bit younger who think
Uh.
PG is the GOAT. Paul George is the GOAT.
is he not? No,
Oh,
you see what they doing down with the Clippers right now. You see what's going
Clippers
on.
is playing good right now.
Yeah.
Clippers are playing good right now. So I got another start bench
Okay.
cut. Now I had to introduce this dude because he just came back. I got John Morant,
Mm-hmm.
Tyrese, Halliburton,
Mm-hmm.
and Maxey.
Oh, this is an easy one.
It's an
As a-
easy one.
This is an easy one. Just off of who they are, all right, I'll go John Morant just because he's more established than those guys. I think John Morant is
You
It's
think
John
he's
Morant.
that far ahead of?
not that far ahead, but I know he's ahead enough to where I don't got to sit and think about it too long.
Okay.
Because this is Maxey's breakout year. This is Halliburton's somewhat kind of breakout year. I mean, last year was his breakout year, but he's kind of building on that. But like you got to remember, John Morant was an all-star starter last year, so it's like
I give you that
it wasn't like he was just
Give you that one.
injury replacement or
Yeah.
he was on the bench. Like he was a starter last year, so we already know what Ja can do. Like we already seen him average 27, 28, and like 8. Like we already seen those numbers right there. So it's like you got to go with that guy. Even though they all around like the same age, like 23, 22, 24, whatever. But now it gets tricky when you got Maxey or you got the Tyrese guys.
Now both
It's a
of
little
them is
bit
on
tricky.
the come up.
It's a little bit tricky.
Had made the All-Star team last year.
Honestly,
Don't.
I still got to
already
go.
know.
I still got to go Halliburton bench, and I
What?
got to cut Maxey.
Come on, man.
I gotta cut Maxey.
Hallie playing like this.
I still got to go Halliburton.
Man, that dude look extra regular. Listen,
I think
that
if you
insanity thing is over.
I
man.
think if you put Tyrese Maxey as a starter for the Pacers, I actually don't think they would have a winning. I think right now they have a winning record, even if it's one game over 500. Right now, I feel like Tyrese Maxey wouldn't be able to keep that Pacers team in that spot right now.
And you know what's wild is I don't feel that way. I think the Pacers need a point guard, but at sometimes I think they need a person to score the ball.
True.
When you see Halliburton when he was averaging 35,
Yeah,
or like
35 and 15,
35,
no turnovers.
15, no turnovers. That's what they need out of a point guard. Halliburton is more of a like traditional point guard, and they don't always need that. They need somebody to score the ball at that
That's
point
true.
guard position.
I think
And now Halliburton, he's not averaging that 35.
He'll
He's not
get back to
averaging
it.
that
He'll
25.
get his numbers back.
His
Watch.
what did he have? 19 points. But he had 15 assists. But again, all those assists is still not translating to wins since the in-season tournament.
Yeah,
If
they
he
were
was
2 and 4.
scoring more, I'm trying to
I
tell
don't know.
you, man.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree to that right now. I feel like the Pacers, the way they play, it's like the Suns when they had Steve Nash, where it's like Steve Nash didn't have to score because the way they just ran as a team. The way they ran as a team, I think it was his role to do that. Tyrese Halliburton, we got to remember, he's 22 years old. He will find a way to get his scoring back the way he did before. I think he went on a little streak. Then now teams are prepping for him different. He'll make an adjustment and he'll go back to that. But I don't know if Maxey, I don't think they would be that good.
I don't think Halliburton has that. I'm going to score. I think he did for that 1 month, and I just don't think he has that.
He'll get it back.
I think he wants to just pass the ball.
He'll get it back. Watch.
I don't know, man.
He'll get it back.
I don't know.
Especially as the season continues to go on. And, he'll get it back.
Well, this is another L you took. You told me Halliburton was going to continue to average 25 and 15.
It's a
He
25,
has
12.
not average, or 25 and 12.
So what is he now? What, 21, 12, 21, 12? Like, it's not far off. And it's only been a week after.
All
so
I'm
I got to say,
saying is I told you
you're
that
a little
he was
right on
gonna-
this.
What I told you is he was
Somewhat.
going to average 20 and 12. Go back and look at the tape. He was going to average 20 and 12. What is he around? He was at 27 or whatever he was at. But now he kind of,
Watch.
All right.
Trust me, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Pause.
Well, yeah. He started going crazy, and now he's finishing not
It's
going
still early.
crazy.
It's still early.
Well, yeah,
1/4
that's
into
true.
the season.
That's true.
You're going to see.
So you got another start bench cut for me?
Nah, that was just mine
That
right
was
there.
it? Okay. So let's go to who do we think is who would win? A which I think the NBA should have this.
Yeah, the NBA got to spice something up with All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, All-Star Weekend. So who would win a 1v1? Now, let's start with unlimited dribbles.
All right, unlimited dribbles.
Which one player would you pick to win out of the whole NBA?
Kevin Durant.
Unlimited dribbles.
Unlimited dribbles, Kevin Durant. It's easy. Like, nobody can guard Kevin Durant. And he can't not guard fully anybody else. Like, I think it'd be different if it was like he was a pushover defense. Like, you got a lot of guys that just can't guard Steph Curry.
Right.
But he can't guard anybody back. So it's like, if you miss a shot, then he's a liability on defense. KD is not a full liability on defense. But you are on defense if you're guarding him. Like, KD is just KD is just so different. Like, I feel like did you see that video? It's like I think it was I can't remember which year. It's like 5 years ago, actually.
USA.
The USA when they had those 1-on-1s,
Yeah.
and you look back, and bro, KD just killing everybody. Some of them shots look so difficult that he's hitting, and I'm just like, it's KD. Like, there's nothing you can do about those
Yeah,
things.
it ain't much
35-year-old
you can
KD.
do.
I'm still like, I'm gotta
I don't
take
think
it.
so, man. I think
Oh no, here we go, another
no,
bad
no,
take.
no, no, no. I think, yeah, KD ain't that bad on defense, and listen, with the unlimited dribbles, I was like, maybe Kyrie could do it because
No.
you got unlimited dribbles,
No.
but then like Kyrie's too small,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
it right
I'm
there.
like, Paul George.
You thinking Kawhi?
I'm thinking Paul George though, like
Bro, he was. You look at those
Paul
same.
George
He
is
was
like
killing people, bro. Because his
Paul
game
George
is so.
unlimited dribbles, like
That's scary. That's scary.
if it's unlimited dribbles, somebody that can offensive and
Yeah.
defensively good, that's what I would have to.
Yeah.
I'm going Paul George, man.
My three, and I respect that. My three was Kawhi. Well, I mean, KD first, Kawhi, and PG. Because I felt like those guys, what KD lacks a little bit defensively, he makes up offensively. Those guys, like, they don't have flaws in their games at all.
Exactly.
But it's like, can you hit every shot? Because you can't keep giving KD the ball back and expect to win. Like, if
Yeah.
you don't hit all your shots and KD gets hit, he's liable to score 7 straight on you no matter what.
Which I definitely understand, but like I don't know, man. I think when you play 1-on-1, like you need that. Paul George is like the typical normal like if you was to mold an NBA
It's PG.
play,
Like,
it's PG.
no weaknesses.
It's
Like what
PG.
Iggy said, Iguodala, he's like, Paul George has no flaws.
Exactly.
No flaws, really. He
No
can shoot, he
defensive
can-
flaws, no offensive flaws.
Nothing.
Like he can post you up, do a turnaround. He can shoot the 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna create problems for Kevin Durant, man. I'm going PG on that one. Kevin Durant, I'm not mad at
Mm-hmm.
that one because I would have picked Kevin Durant too. But like, I just think I
Yeah.
think okay, Kevin Durant's offense is ridiculous,
Mhm.
but PG's offense is pretty good.
Yeah.
KD's defense is not bad.
Yeah.
But PG's defense
It's amazing.
is
Yeah.
pretty good. So I'm gonna I would rather go that route with unlimited dribbles, and PG
Yeah.
can dribble out.
Uh-huh.
And like you see all
PG
these
so
people,
nasty.
you see Kevin Durant dribbling against these people, like what he did to Julius Randle and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, man. Or
He's
Daniel
not
Gafford.
doing that to PG, man. Like
He's not, but
he
if you let him
can't
get to
cre-
his little moves,
he's
like,
not gonna be able to dribble against PG, man. It's not gonna be as easy.
it's not going to be as easy, but like
not-
his shot making is just so elite.
Yeah, and he's taller. I get
Yeah,
that.
his shot making is so elite. That
So what about if there was 3 dribbles?
3 dribbles.
Just 3 dribbles at the top of the key. You go. Who you got? Or on the wing or anything like that. Who you got?
KD.
There you go, KD.
Honestly, I just don't think KD is going. Like, I think he just. You can go with guys like, I think Jason Tatum. I think Book. Like those guys that can just get them three dribbles and just pull up. I think it got to be some kind of wing player, guard or something like that.
It got to.
I love Kyrie, but I feel like the way Kyrie's effective is after 3 dribbles. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think Kyrie's game is a 3 less dribble. Obviously, I think he's amazing, but I think in this type of competition with the guys that are top tier and elite,
Yeah.
I think when you're trying to get past a PG
Yeah.
and you're Kyrie, you're gonna use 5
gonna have
dribbles.
to.
You're gonna have to. Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Right.
And so I think people that can just shoot. So actually, I'm gonna take Tatum out, man. Bro, I'm taking Tatum out. Like I just got PTSD trauma, and I just thought about Jason Tatum, and I'm just like,
Right.
enough is enough.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I'm going KD.
Going
KD
Listen,
or
3 dribbles is like what's tough about it is like it has to be elite shot making. Like
Yeah.
you have to pick somebody that can get their shot off in the phone booth. And I'm not gonna go PG on this because I think as good as PG is,
His game is like he's a taller Kyrie with
Yeah.
his bag is like
He
it's a taller
needs
Kyrie.
he needs more than three
Yeah,
dribbles.
because he's a counter player. Like he
Exactly.
works well off of countering
Yep. Let me
your
do this. You
defense.
cut that off. I'm going here.
Mm-hmm.
Who I'm going with at the top of the key
Uh-huh.
is Devin Booker, man.
Yeah, I'm like
I gotta go Devin.
you
Booker.
see, I mentioned him too. 'Cause those type of guys, you got to have guys that can just pull up on you, and then
Yep.
now you don't want to commit to nothing, and then now you at a
can't
loss.
commit to anything when you guard him.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like I think he's one of those people that it don't matter
Yeah.
because he elevates so much on the shot.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
like
I
you gotta
feel you on that,
respect the
pause.
three. So it's just like, what do you do? I think
Mm-hmm.
he's one of the. I said this before. I think he's one of the best shot makers in the league, man.
Yeah.
Like he can get a shot, hand in his face, no hand. That dude can hit.
So
man.
you think KD will lose to D-Book in a 1-on-1?
If it's only three dribbles, yes, I do.
Nah, you're out of your
If
mind.
it's only three dribbles, yes, I do.
You're smoking whatever the Pistons smoking. I must say, If you
Listen,
think
man,
I love
because-
D-Book, but if you think in a 3 dribble he's beating KD,
And the reason why though is like, I think Book is kind of like KD. Like his defense isn't as bad as everybody says it is.
yeah, it's,
And when you see KD go against guard type players, he's not able to dribble as much, which could be an advantage, but it could not be an
like
advantage
you
too.
know what I'm thinking?
Because if
Is that he-
if Book is in them, pause. Like, I mean,
Like I think what makes KD's game is like his game is really a 3 dribble kind of game. Like if you really think about KD's game, like a lot of times like his signature move is the boom, boom, and then he can either pull up from that or he's driving. Like he can do so many things. So his hezzy is so elite that I think it sets up anything else. Like, and I think with his height, D-Book is not really contesting. Even if he gets up,
I mean, nobody's really contesting.
yeah, nobody.
KD's shot.
I feel like if they played a 1-on-1 10 times, I feel like KD wins at 7,
I don't think so, man.
6 or 7.
I think it might be. I got to give Book the edge on this one, just because like it don't matter about height on offense. Because I'm just saying with like
Yeah.
the Book, and like yes, KD is a tough shot maker, but he's not going to be able to dribble as effectively on D Book as D Book would be able to dribble on Kevin Durant.
I don't know. I see KD going right, turn around, and he can still
Yeah,
has
but-
another 2 dribbles,
but
but like
again-
fade away.
But again, that turnaround, Book's going to be right there because he's more of a guard type player. You go there, and then as soon as you see the turnaround,
Yeah.
you know exactly where to go, and that's where Book's going to be. I don't know, man. I think it's.
We gotta these all everything we have debates on. We gotta take it
yeah
to Twitter, take it to Instagram, take it to the streets. Like they say on You Got Served, take it to the streets. Take it to the streets, bro.
Take it to the streets.
what's
That's a
going on.
break dance. But let's
Yeah.
go ahead and go to the Christmas Day games. The Christmas Day games is coming up. We got the Bucks versus the Knicks. We got the Warriors and the Nuggets. We got the Celtics, Lakers, Suns, Mavs, 76ers, and Heat. Let's start with the Bucks, Knicks. Who you got there?
Until the Knicks find a way to guard Giannis, I feel like the Bucks gonna keep giving them buckets. I think it's gonna be a really close game because it's in New York, and
Yeah.
so like
Both of them is in New York. The game on 23rd.
the game before, yeah,
And I'm just like, who does that?
Uh-huh.
Man?
So
Like,
I
why
think
we
that's
couldn't play Brooklyn on Saturday and then play the Knicks?
exactly. So
Man, whatever.
that gives them time to prep, and I think it's gonna be a super close game because I don't feel like these type of teams, especially if the Bucks were at home, I feel like all right, it'll be a for sure win. I
Yeah.
think this is going to be a tough matchup because we already played them twice this year,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody knows if you play that team multiple times, like it's less likely it's going to be blowouts.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's going to be a 121, 116.
And
Bucks 121.
Brunson- Yeah, and Brunson scored 45 on us the first time.
Yeah,
He didn't really do
but
much the second time.
yeah, Brunson is just he's up and down. Like I can't.
What'd you think about what Becky Hammond said about him?
I ain't hear it.
So what she said was, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
She said you cannot win a championship with a smaller guard as your 1A. So she said Allen Iverson, nope.
But he
She
didn't even have a
said-
B. Like he didn't have anybody, bro.
But like just as your
Yeah.
one, as your one. And she said the only person that was able to do that was Steph Curry. And she like, even with that, he's the greatest shooter ever. So like you have to have that much of an outlier
Becky
in
Hammond
order
said
to be.
Man, she got to focus on the Las Vegas Aces, man. Leave us alone. Like, go. No, I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it. Like, it doesn't matter if
So
you have a
think
great
you
team.
could win the championship with
Yeah.
your best player being 6 feet or under, or
Yeah,
6
as long
feet
as
under?
your second best player is good as well, or is the same level to some degree. Like, I think it's very possible because a lot of times you see these smaller guards, and it's not like, for example. Oh, I was gonna say Kyrie, but he wasn't the best player on that Cavs team.
No, he was.
He was looking like that series. He kind of was though.
There was a few games
Yeah.
where you just be like, all right, man.
But he wasn't the best, so I take that back. But when's the
But
last
then
time we've seen a great guard under
You haven't
6'3"?
win the championship. You haven't.
There's
The
not even a
closest
lot
I
of them
would
in
say-
NBA because they're not even that
closest I would
good.
say was Allen Iverson but he went
Yeah.
up against Kobe and Shaq. So I mean, you
To
can't
some
really
degree, she's like it's the most obvious statement. So I don't even want to give her any kind of
Captain
credit.
Obvious.
Yeah, like it sounds like
Yeah.
stick to the Aces, like dull. Like it really is
Hey,
like
the
a
Aces
dull
is tough,
moment.
though, man.
That's why she need to stay over there. Like it just
Hey,
don't
they
make no
tough,
sense. It's
dog.
like dog. Like it can't get no more obvious than that. Because you think about it, when is the last time besides Isaiah Thomas had a good run with the Celtics,
Yeah.
being at 5'9" and they lost. But who is the second best player? A lot of times when these guards are that little, they don't really have great second best players. So of course they're not gonna win the championship. Like
Right.
AI, he was little, but who is his second best player? Like of course.
Aaron McKee is
Aaron
just
McKee,
like, nah. Larry Hughes.
No.
I'm
No.
just saying,
That was just a stupid. That was a way to be like, I'm right, but it was like, duh. Yeah, of course you're right. No, it just that
I
made
get
no
what you're
sense.
saying. I think she's right, but like you said, it's like obvious. Like
Yeah, she don't get no credit from me with that. That she
I mean,
gets
it's
no
obvious.
gets no credit
so
from
we
me
can
for
go
that.
to the one guard that was the
Mm-hmm.
leader of the team that did win the championship, greatest shooter ever. The
Mm-hmm.
Warriors versus the Nuggets. Who you got winning that one?
Warriors,
This
Nuggets.
is an easy one, man. For one, I
So
got the
I'm
Bucks
trying to go.
winning.
I
got
just
the
can't get
Bucks
over that
winning.
Becky Hammond. I'm trying to move forward, but I'm even trying to think. Like while we're doing this episode, I want you to try to think of the last time you saw a guard that was like under 6'3" that had a great big man that was equal to their skill level. They may not have been the best person on the team, but they were like,
I mean,
you don't have it. Like I'm
you
really
don't.
trying to think.
The only thing that you could, well, you can't because that's
Who's
the
it?
last time. The person I'm thinking about is Allen Iverson, but his second best
It's
player.
yeah. So
I
he
mean,
didn't have a
had
second best player, and he
Samuel
went against.
Dallenberg and Dikembe Mutombo.
Mutombo.
as a center.
This, I'm like, you're not gonna win. You got Shaq and Kobe on the other side. Like, I don't fault him for losing that. Like,
right.
you can't
right.
fault a guy. Like, that's for like the
Which
Thunder
Bucks
team.
was,
I don't
they,
fault
they
for losing
cheated,
against the Heat.
but, you know, the Bucks were supposed to make it to the league or make it to the finals that year. We would have gave Shaq and Kobe more run for the money. Cat, I mean, Cassell, Big Dog, Ray. We'd have gave them more run instead of just them running off. You know, just torching.
They would have ran
Allen
off on
Iverson.
anybody. They would have ran off.
I
on
mean,
everybody.
yeah,
they won
but
what
we-
16-4, 16-1.
Yeah, we would have. I don't
come
know.
on.
We would have gave them an L or two.
Don't matter. But yeah, so I couldn't move past that comment because I'm literally trying to think in my head about it, and it's none.
obvious. It's
Thank
obvious,
you,
man.
Becky Hammond. Yeah,
It's obvious.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Nuggets, Warriors. You said
Man, this is easy, man.
who's at home?
I don't know who's out. It doesn't.
No,
does
the
it
reason
matter?
why the
Nah,
Nuggets
man.
suck on the road, bro.
I don't care. They playing the Warriors, man.
True, but the Warriors are like decent at home. Like they're a pretty good team at home, and the Nuggets actually suck on the road. They rarely. If you ever look at the Nuggets' history, they rarely have great records on the road. Like a lot of their damage is done at home.
Yeah.
I think, like literally, if you look at most Colorado teams, if you, I kid you not, I actually studied this. You look at most Colorado teams, they always are good at home. Whether it's the Broncos, whether it's the Rockies, whether it's like you look at it, they always statistically are so. It's a big discrepancy, is what I'm
Right.
saying. Obviously, you expect teams to be better at home, but it's a big discrepancy between their home and their away. So I won't automatically give the Nuggets
Nope.
the win just because the Warriors, they were supposed to lose that game against the Celtics recently, but when they're at home, they play a little bit better, and I think they like the lights of like a Christmas type of game. Like that's where Curry shows up. I think Clay,
Curry.
if Clay keeps playing, because Clay is hot right now, that's a game that's on Monday. He may continue to be hot. Trust me when I tell you this. Like the Draymond effect, that might be a big reason why. So if they do lose, I mean they don't have Draymond to help, but I feel like they're not gonna blow them out. And if they do win, it's going to be a close one. They suck on the
I'm
road.
not
Look at their
saying
road
It's
record.
gonna be a blowout. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying it's gonna be a blowout, but I'm pretty sure I'm playing with the Nuggets. The
I think
Nuggets
a health, not healthy because Jerry
on
Mont's
the
healthy
road
mentally.
or at
Though.
home, Nuggets gonna win. The Warriors, man, they're just getting by the skin. They're just staying afloat.
Look at the Nuggets,
They're
bro. I'm
just
telling
staying
you. Look at
afloat.
they suck on the road, bro.
Man, I
Like they
believe it.
really do. They're a
believe
whole
it.
different team.
Let's go to one.
So I'm
of
gonna go
the
Warriors on that.
biggest. You gonna go Warriors?
I'm gonna go
going
Warriors.
Nuggets.
I'm gonna go Warriors on that.
Nuggets.
No
Yeah.
bet or nothing, but
Yep, I'm going Nuggets on that one.
all right.
So then we got one of the biggest rivalries in sport: Celtics and Lakers. This is an easy game for me. I think the Celtics about to pound these fools. No. Oh, no.
And that was
I think
crazy too. Yeah, that was insane.
I think the Lakers about to win this game because the last time, if I'm not mistaken, the last time the Lakers played the Celtics, LeBron went crazy. And
Oh, that foul, yeah.
with the foul, and so he's gonna get
Yeah.
his lick back on Christmas Day.
They're gonna pound him and he gonna get his lick
This is
back.
what the king does. This is what the king
So
do.
they're gonna pound him and he gonna get his lick back. That's insane. I'm not even trying to be like, but those like, he gonna pound him and he gonna get his lick back. I just
Hey man, listen. It is
That's
what it
insane.
is. Them dudes is different.
it depends on who's at home, honestly. Like
I don't know, man. I think LeBron got this. Like I don't know. He just.
I'm actually
got
gonna check
this,
because I want to give a real answer.
It's gonna
I
be the
wanna give
Lakers,
my- 'cause
man. You know how
my
LeBron
expertise.
went crazy, and then Pat Bev coming showing the ref the camera.
Bro, now, by the way, I love Pat Bev,
He
man.
going and showing the ref the camera.
Yeah. Oh, Nuggets at home, so never mind. We don't have to do that. Nuggets are at home, so yeah, Nuggets gonna take that. We can squash that handshake. Lakers are at home, so that makes it a little bit tough. Heat at home, that does not matter. Nobody's stopping Joel. Even Adebayo is gonna get in foul trouble guarding him. So,
yeah, it's wild.
and then I got Suns, Mavericks. I go Mavericks on this one. I feel like
so
Luka
who
doesn't
do
like
you-
to lose
Who
to
you
them.
got for the Lakers Celtics?
Lakers Celtics. That's gonna be a good one.
I don't think it's gonna be a good one. Well, yeah, it's gonna be a good one because the Lakers is tough, man. I mean, the
Yeah.
Celtics is tough, but I think Bron is just going to be more motivated just because of that last thing.
I feel like this is a tough one because I don't want to be wrong on this one because I feel like there's so many ways you can go with this.
Because what you got to
The
think
Celtics
now
not
is,
good on the road either.
yeah, Tatum when he has somebody athletic on him and that can guard like Vando.
Man, Tatum, don't even get me
Like
started on Tatum.
Vando, like the dude can guard, man. And then you got Cam Reddish. He probably gonna be on.
I think the Lakers are going to win simply because like it's something about Jason Tatum that it's just something off with him, man. I kid you not, man. It's something
don't
off with
know,
Jason
man.
Tatum that he's underperforming in big moments often. Like I feel like
yeah.
who's going to guard AD? Like you never know which AD is going to come to play.
He been balling the last few. He been balling.
He's not. They're like 1-5.
I mean, well, yeah, but I'm saying even during that, I think he been balling.
Nah, he has not.
And he just
he
balled
balled
last night.
one game. He balled one game, but he's not balling.
And you say you got the Mavs against the
Yeah,
Sun?
yeah.
Mavs?
The Suns look horrible, man. The Suns look like
I think the Mavs just like Luka. Just it's too teams that Luka says, "Hey, I'm about to kill y'all."
Yeah.
Suns with Devin Booker.
Western teams. He lights up all Western teams.
Suns
Like,
with Devin Booker and the Clippers.
yeah, he sees them and he sees red.
Exactly.
What was that? Oh yeah, AD. That was supposed to look up, right?
Yeah, look him up, man.
All right, 31 and 8. They lost though, so
Well, I just say he's still putting up numbers in the losses, man.
what is this one?
Um,
I see a 19-point game against the Bulls.
how many
Lost
rebounds though?
14. Don't
14
matter. It's the
rebounds.
Bulls. They're going to miss shots. They're going to miss shots, and they lost by 16. If you get 19 points and losing to the Bulls by 16,
I
nah,
don't
that's
think
not going to
LeBron
cut it.
played that game though. LeBron didn't play that game, man. LeBron didn't
He
play that
played.
game.
He had 9 assists, and it don't seem like many of them was to Anthony Davis either.
Well, he had 19 points. What else you want him to do? Anthony Davis.
No,
20
no.
Points, man.
This is what we get. This is
This is
the
where
level that we're stooping to
With
where we are like
Anthony
proud
Davis.
of Anthony Davis for a 19-14. We're proud of that now.
Yeah, because that's where he set the bar, man. His bar is set so low. You know they used to compare him to Giannis and all this other stuff. He's not up there no more, man.
We're excited about a 19 and 14
I'm not
game
saying
from
we're
AD.
excited, but this is what we expect from Anthony Davis.
And you said he was balling.
He was ball. He just had
19 and
you
14
said
is balling.
31 and 16. What was it? 31 and
31 and 9.
31 and 9. You know, it's not bad.
He doesn't get any love from me from
It's
this.
not
This is
bad.
this is what he should not. I would never be like, all right, good, and he lost. So this shows that the 19 and he shot under 50%
He had a bad game, man.
against Nikola Vucevic, who doesn't slide his feet. Like, see, that is my problem with AD. He
you
will
can't
let
have a good
these
game
guys.
every game,
Yes,
man.
you can. Joel is doing it every game.
Yeah, we know that's an outlier, though, man. We know he's an outlier. So you got,
Oh man,
the Mavs winning, and then the 76ers and the Heat. Who you got with that one?
76ers. I feel like the Heat are one of those teams that they do like to show up for big games, and they are playing at home. But the way Joel playing, I just don't see I don't see them losing. I just don't. I see Bam getting in foul trouble because whoever is guarding Embiid will
They don't
be in
have
foul
anybody
trouble.
to guard Embiid. They don't have anybody. I mean, their center Bam is what 6'8".
Yeah,
So,
no, he's only getting foul trouble. Like that's all.
Yeah,
Rudy Gobert. I took the under on Rudy Gobert for like his points and rebounds, and it was like 22.5.
Yeah,
And I think at the end of the first half, he was at 6. So I was like, duh. Like,
foul trouble.
yeah, whatever you do, if you bet, always take the under on the opposing center going against Embiid because they will have a short night. They will have a short night because first they might get blown out, so because they be blowing teams out and they rest, and then he's gonna get your guy.
Hold
He's
on,
gonna
they
get him in
only
foul
blew
trouble.
out the Wizards twice, the Charlotte Hornets.
But they did that all in like
they
a
just played,
5 game.
They just played the Wolves. Was it? Did they just play the Wolves? Did they win that game?
Yeah, they won. They got Rudy Gobert on their team, man. Like, how far do you expect them to go? Like, so even his 20-6 record, I'm like, cool.
They still number one in the
No,
in the West, man.
Anthony Edwards. No, he's in the same
You don't
bracket.
think Anthony Edwards is
He's in the
dope,
same
man?
bracket as Jason Tatum.
Well, yeah, he's still on the come up though. Anthony Edwards, I think.
I expected
I
more.
think he's still on the come up.
I expected more from him this year.
Well, let's
Like,
talk about Embiid dominance though, man. Like,
Embiid.
have we seen this before from a center? Well, Shaq,
yeah, last time we seen a center
Shaq.
this dominant was Shaq.
yeah, or Dwight Howard.
Nah, not as
Yeah,
far.
I don't
Not as
know.
dominant because
on offense and defense.
yeah. So
I don't know, man. And
I feel
they
like-
they went to the finals too. With Hedo
That's true.
Turkoglu as your second best player, had
But I
Jameer
think-
Nelson as your point guard. I don't know, man. Dwight Howard.
I think this dominance is different. Like, I'm not trying to say Dwight Howard wasn't dominant, but when you say this type of dominance, like a very like high scoring, high rebound kind of performance, like Dwight was like a 20, 14, 21, 15, like 14 kind of player. Like we're watching Embiid average
With 5
35.
blocks or something.
True, but when I think about offensive dominance, I'm not thinking about defensive dominance. I'm thinking about offensively dominant. We haven't seen this since Shaq. Offensive
center.
dominant. Yeah, in a center. Offensive dominance. Like he's averaging 35 a game. When is the last time you seen a center average
that
35?
is crazy, man.
Because like Dwight, I mean, he
didn't
averaged
know.
21, 22, but 35. 5?
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you.
That's
a dude.
insane,
Listen,
bro.
it's like once you pick the over on him, it's just a gimme.
Yeah, you're
Because,
looking at it like, all right, all I care about is the next man.
and
That's
you
what
know the
really,
crazy
really, really
thing is
matters.
like you was right. He get all his work done early.
In the first, yeah,
In the
early.
first 2-3 quarters, he get all his work. So he sit in the fourth.
Hmm.
I don't know, man. That dude,
He's
nah,
amazing.
he's
Like
balling.
it took a
dog.
while for me to really. All right, is he a
He's
superstar?
he's MVP. Listen, just because you do this in the regular season,
Is he a
does
super?
not no.
So he's still not a superstar
Nope.
after all
Nope.
this.
I don't care what you do in the regular season. Superstars are made in the postseason.
Like the Pistons.
They are not.
Like the
Superstars
Pistons.
are
Whenever he says
made.
anything, I'm just
Listen,
go back.
superstars are made in the
Just like the
postseason,
yeah.
not in the regular season.
Nah,
You can have a million MVPs. You can have a million
I don't
regular
agree.
season MVPs. I do not care. If you can't get it done in the postseason, I don't care what you do in the regular
no,
season.
no.
Because you doing
no.
all this 30-point stuff just to get swept in the playoffs in the first round. Don't mean nothing to me.
Who's gonna sweep Joel in the first round?
I'm just saying.
This year.
I'm not saying that he is. I'm just saying this man has never made it past the second round.
Only way he doesn't make it. I think this year.
You know what's
This
gonna
year
end up
they
happening?
might be able to beat the Celtics.
No, then well, I don't know, man. You
Because
know,
who is going to guard
the Celtics
Joel?
always had him in the headlock, man.
They
always had him in the
I think
headlock.
this is the process he kept talking about, the trust. I think this might be the year. No, he's not going to win it because he's not going to get past Giannis.
I don't think they're going.
I think they're
I
going
don't
to beat
think
the
they're going to get
Celtics.
to the Celtics though, because I think what's going to happen.
Who?
No, I think it's going to be the Celtics, and then it's going to be the Bucks and the. I think the Bucks and the 76ers going to be that 2-3 spot, and
I think the Bucks going to take number
in
one. I think Bucks going to finish number one in the East. Because
I don't know,
Porzingis,
man.
all it takes is Porzingis to start missing games like he does.
True.
They're going to fall game or two behind. I think the Bucks finish number one record.
I mean, I hope so because I won't.
What did
I want
Kodak say? I
everybody to
hope
come
so.
through.
I hope so.
The Kodak. I mean, I really do, but like, I don't think it really matters.
I don't think it matters. I think they will, though. I think
But
the
I mean,
Porzingis is
if
going to
we
be the
could
thing.
bypass the Celtics or the 76ers in the second round, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But then who we probably have to play is the Heat. Because man,
The eighth seed again. I think
Jimmy can't keep getting away with this, man.
But
He
it's always
can't keep getting away with
Yeah.
going to the finals like this.
Yeah, he's not this year though. I guarantee it.
And,
I'll put a whole house on that.
Yeah,
He's not.
I don't see
The
it this
run
year.
ends now.
And if we run into them again, what we're gonna have is we're gonna have Giannis on Jimmy Butler,
Mm-hmm.
which that's what we neutralize him our championship season. So Adrian Griffin is way better at that. And you know, man, you was a little skeptical of Adrian Griffin.
still am.
You still is,
Still.
even with what we doing already.
Still.
Oh my goodness, that's
He
crazy.
he moved
That's
up a little bit.
Crazy.
He moved up, but I still don't know if I fully trust him. Like I give him like well, I said I trusted him like 7%
Okay,
before.
so
I give him
when-
like a nice 45% now.
So when are you gonna fully trust him? What is it gonna take for you to fully trust?
When I
Adrian?
see, it's about how we look out there. Like we're looking better. He's trending towards that path. I can't say I fully
We're
trust him
looking
yet.
Better. We got a 6-game win streak. We're number 2. Even after the Rocky start, 7%. What you go?
That's what I'm like. It's not 7% anymore. It's at 45. I don't feel like I'm fully over that 50% yet. I just feel like we just have we have the best player in the world, and then we have another player in the top 10. So it's like, what are you gonna do if you have Giannis dropping triple doubles, have it on a off night,
Yeah.
a triple double, and then Dame got 40? Like
Yeah.
you don't even know if that was the coach. Like you can't even you can't credit that to the coach sometimes. I mean you can, but at the
I
same
don't know,
time
man,
you can't
'cause
give him
y'all
that
give
full.
him credit when he do bad. You gotta give him credit when we win games. Y'all give him credit when we lose games. You gotta give him credit when we win games. But now when we win games, you say, "Oh, it's Giannis and Dame." But when we lose games, it's not. Giannis
It's always going
or
to be
Dame.
hard for me to trust a coach that is their coaching when you have 2 out of the top 10 in the league. Like it's always gonna be a little bit harder for me to trust who is this really coming from. Like when the Warriors going crazy, I'm like, is this really Steve Kerr or is Steph Curry just that nice? Like, is it really? So
I
it
get where
could
you're
be,
coming
but
from.
it's gonna always
I
it's
get where you're
always
coming
gonna
from.
make it a little bit tougher. The only people that can fumble that was that Nets team with Steve Nash, and it's because Steve Nash, as
Yeah.
much as I love him as a player, he was just that trash as a coach.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
so
you
I
can see
think
it.
I think I honestly I think the Celtics may get stopped by the 76ers this year. I think Embiid is going to be different this playoffs. I think he's going to be a little bit different because I think he's
He gonna
realizing.
have to show me.
I get where you're coming from.
He gonna
Like
have to show me.
you have every reason to not trust him. Like he's giving us every
you trust
reason.
Embiid in the playoffs?
This year, I will. Every year, I felt like, oh, the 76ers, they're
That's
just.
sad, man.
Honestly, I think against this Celtics team, I don't think he can get it like against Brook Lopez. I think a true center, like they don't have a true center that can stop him. Like they don't.
I just can't really get past. You know how you couldn't get past the Becky Hammond comment?
Yeah.
I can't get past the fact that you say you trust Embiid in the playoffs.
This year, I think I
That's
will go with it.
crazy.
It
He
feels so
gonna have
bad
to
that we're
show
gonna have
me,
to remember
dog.
this conversation
He gonna
6
have to
months
show
from
me,
now.
dog. He gonna have
I
to
get
show
you.
me.
I get you. For
I'm not. I don't trust him. What has he done to show me that I can trust him?
I
Him
think this
scoring
year.
30 points against the Wizards twice.
Nah, it's not that.
Nah,
He's
not
moving different
happening,
this
man.
year. He's moving much different this year. I
don't
think
see
he.
it, man. MVP last year.
I just don't.
I would probably give him MVP if we're talking about right
Mm-hmm.
now. I would probably give him MVP right now, just with how he's
Oh
playing.
yeah, easily. Like,
Like-
as much as I love Giannis, I think.
I think it's him and Giannis. I don't think it's
Yeah.
Luka. And
Do you think
SGA
Shea
though,
should be
too.
over Giannis right now?
No. I think for my top three, I would have Embiid, Giannis, and then Shea.
Yeah,
Because
I don't
Shea,
have Jokic
Shea
in there.
is no. Shea is going under the radar right
Yeah.
now, man. Like nobody's really talking about that Thunder
Mm-hmm.
team, but they're 2 or 3 in the West.
Dude.
But nobody is talking about them.
You know what baffled me? He averages like 2.8 steals.
Mm-hmm. He's a thief.
2.8 steals?
Klepto, man.
That's insane. So like I would get, but the Giannis disrespect is crazy because they still have Jokic over. Jokic's been real regular. Like he been real regular. Like
Last game he had 31 to 16. I know that because I bet it on him.
okay,
But-
I've been avoiding him honestly. I'm not even gonna lie. I just feel like I don't know. It's some and Jokic was always my safe bet, but I feel like he's been real regular. So
yeah.
that's all I say on that.
So let's go to All-Star starters. Who do you think is going to be the All-Star starters? For
All-Star
the East.
starters.
Let's go with the East.
Want me to go first, or you want to go first?
Let me go first because I'm going to go with another underrated person.
All right, starting. I got you. Here you
All-Star
go.
starter, which is Trae Young. That dude is averaging
Man, he's going crazy.
like 28 and 11 or 28 and 10.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
And nobody really
Mhm.
gives him his. I think he's one of those underrated
Yeah.
players. So I would have him start. Dame as well. This is his off year,
Mm-hmm.
and he's still averaging 25, 26 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to go Tatum.
Tatum.
Yeah, I have to, man.
Yeah,
27
it's-
points a game, like
He's not
number
it,
one
bro.
in the East. Like you got to get Tatum. Tatum is nice,
Sure.
man. Tatum is nice, and then the last two is easy. Giannis and Embiid. Like
Yeah.
there should be no other starters at that. The front court with the Giannis and Embiid. There should
Mm-hmm.
be no other starters. So who you got for your starters?
My starters, I'm gonna go start from center. You got Joel. You got Giannis.
Yeah.
I feel like you got to put Tatum just because, like, and honestly, I think Tatum is just underwhelming to me. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, I was
don't
just
know,
sitting there looking at
man.
his number. He's underwhelming. Like, he hasn't shot. He shot 50% once in his last 6 games.
Yeah.
He's dropped 30 once in his last 6 games.
Yeah.
His free throw percentage is down.
But
Like
that's-
everything is down this year. Pause.
Yeah, I think
Everything
I
is,
think
like-
with I think with Tatum though, like he has more like weapons, so he he's not gonna drop 30 every night like he used to.
It's not even about 30. It's at least shoot efficient.
Derek White is going crazy right now.
He's going crazy. So I would
Derek
expect his
White is
game.
going crazy.
I would expect him to shoot above 50%. It was like when KD was with the Warriors, he didn't have to do as much. So his shots were all quality. So he was shooting like 54%. But I'm saying like he's able to take it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So like I expect Tatum to not have games like 7 for 20. Like, so it's not like he's not trying. Like you said, he got all the way. He's still trying. Like he's still doing it. He's still doing it. He's just missing.
I feel you on that, man. I feel you on that. So who you got at number 2?
I mean, you got to put Tatum in the lineup just because I feel like just who he is, and I don't think nobody else.
There's no other.
There's no
small forward.
Exactly.
At that position that's better than Tatum.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like a default pick for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's nice, but I'm just saying.
I think he's nice, but I think if he was on the West, he wouldn't be starting.
No.
That's what I think. If he was on the West, he wouldn't be starting.
He wouldn't be starting.
On the East, sure. Like, and then I'm gonna go. I feel like I'm kind of like somewhat copying your list, but it's only one real like right way to like answer this.
If you just want to copy my list, go ahead.
I'm gonna go Dame.
I'm 95% right.
I'm gonna go Dame and Tyrese Maxey.
You can go Maxey over
Trae Young.
Trae Young. Maxey over Trae Young.
I'm not saying he's better. I think this is what it will be. Who do I think is better, Trae Young or Maxey? I think Trae Young, but I feel like Trae Young has this hate where he won't get selected. Like people don't vote Trae Young in this way. So this is what I'm saying. I think will happen.
I see. What
not saying what I think should be.
I see what you're saying.
My should be is Trae Young, but what it will be is it's probably going to be Maxey.
Yeah.
Just because
Maxey
his team is in
like a very likable guy, and then Trae Young, everybody hate him because he talk a lot.
Exactly.
What he did to New York. That's really why you hate him, because what he did.
No, I love Trae Young, and I don't really like the Knicks. I actually really like Trae Young, and I just feel like people don't like him. Tyrese is this up and comer. He's on a team that is third in the East. Trae Young, they're in the play-in spot, so I feel like. What is it?
Yeah, but them numbers don't lie, man.
They don't. They don't. But people don't like him.
He's averaging 30 points. No, he had 30 points in each of the last 5 games.
And then probably doing it with like 11 assists in each of those too. Like
that dude is underrated, man.
Yeah.
I know he talk a lot, but he back it up to me. And he get kudos from me. So who you have for your?
He back it up to you. No.
We're gonna pause that. So who you got for your starters for the West?
All right, West.
This wasn't hard for
starting center. I'm gonna work away. We got Joker.
You have to.
You got to go Joker starting.
That's a default pick.
I'm going. Actually, I'm gonna go by what my mind is saying. So I'm gonna go different order. So I got Joker here. I got Luka. I got Shea. This is gonna be the year I think Steph doesn't start.
Nah.
Because I don't think
you think the NBA is gonna not have Curry start. Come on, man.
I think he might not start this year, man. Well, actually, because votes. This starters get voted, so I think Curry. But he has to beat out Shea.
Does he deserve it?
Yeah,
probably not.
Yeah, because I'm like he has to beat out Shea and Luka.
This is what you just said. You said should and will.
Yeah,
should be SGA.
Yeah,
will be Kurt. The NBA ain't gonna let that slide.
Yeah, man. Unless they do it some kind of way where Luka. They love to play games where it's like, oh, Luka's a guard. Oh no, he's a forward. When you want him, when do you want him to be somewhere? He's a forward. Do you want him to be in a guard? Then he's a guard. So I'm gonna go by if that's how they want to do it. So I'm gonna go Joker, KD, Luka, Shea, Steph.
You just said Steph not gonna be a starter.
I'm saying if they do that whole Luka at guard, at forward.
At forward, I see what you're saying.
I feel like it's Joker, KD.
Yeah. So you don't got King James in there, man?
No, not in starting. Oh, popularity, yeah, he might, but no, he shouldn't be starting any of those guys.
This is a should and a will, man.
Yeah. All right.
I think the will for me is Curry.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Luka,
LeBron definitely
King
starts.
James, Kevin Durant, and Joker. That's the will.
Yeah.
The should list is a little bit different.
The should is definitely
The
different.
should is a little bit
Yeah.
different. SGA should definitely be in there.
Yeah.
Man.
I hope he does get it. But he has to get past Luka. Like, I just don't see for the rest of Luka's, like, well, at least the next team, I don't see Luka coming off the bench in an All-Star game.
Nah, it's not happening.
I just don't
It's
see
not
it.
happening. It's not happening.
All of Europe gonna vote for him.
Now, we
before
didn't
anything.
pick one of these players, which is Klay Thompson, who's been going crazy.
Oh, I thought you were about to say for the starting lineup. I was about to say.
Nah. So, do you think Klay Thompson is back, man?
Clay, is he back?
Listen, let me give you his stat line for the last
Give me the
3
rundown.
games. 24 points, averaging 40% from three. Or not averaging, but that game, 40% from three. 28, 50% from three. 30, 66% from three. Is Clay back, man?
All right, here we go.
Now
I
you
absolutely
had him.
believe
somebody had him.
Clay
on,
Thompson is back, bro.
somebody actually had him as the not player of the week. I can't remember if it was me or was it you.
It was me.
It was you.
But you know what happens when I put people on that list? They come out and they realize, they're like, oh, man, anybody on ESPN can talk about me crazy, and I'll take it. But if Shane says something, that holds way more weight. And so people realize, like, if Shane says this, I got to get in the gym.
Yeah.
And I respect y'all for doing that, too, for respecting my opinion and choosing to change your ways. So I really do. I respect you, Clay. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been for, like, even JJJ, Jaren Jackson Jr., he's actually been doing decent. Like, everybody, when I put him on this list, they get it together.
They get it together.
They get it together.
Yeah, I mean, this is obvious. I mean, Clay is back. That dude's shooting at a
He's
high
back.
clip.
He never starts off good. Like, his last, 3 years, he hasn't started off good. He just needs people to talk crazy to him for a while, and then long enough, then he goes back to his
and
ways.
he always be like, you know what? I'll see you in a few games. It's going to come back. And then that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Look at this. This dude's going crazy.
And the reason
And
why,
I still need him to continue tonight because...
you got that over on him?
I got that over on him.
Yeah.
I got that over on him.
Want to know why I say it's going to be super hard for Clay to be washed? And this is also like a knock at him, but also a strength of his. Because, like you said, his game has never grown. Like, his game has never grown. But shooters don't start missing shots. Like, he's such a great shooter.
Right.
He's always going to be. So nothing about his game has to change. Like, it's going to be the same game.
Yeah.
You know he's going to do the same shots. Like, it's not like he used to dribble before, so now he's a little bit slower, so he doesn't. Yeah. He's always just been a spot-up shooter. So since he's always been a spot-up shooter, and you can shoot, you're not going to lose that ability. Yeah. You just got, as long as your shots go back to falling, it's not like he doesn't do anything different.
I mean, this is a make or miss league. Shooters are always. I mean, Kyle Korver played till he was
exactly.
Old. So like, it's always going to be a make or miss league. If you can make shots, which we know Clay
Thompson can make shots.
Clay Thompson can make.
He doesn't have a fast game. He doesn't have an athletic game. So his game can continue as long as he's hitting the shots. He's going to continue to average 18 to 22. Exactly. Like, at least until he's probably like 3 more years, 4 more years when it's going to just get difficult. But yeah, like Klay Thompson, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, man. Welcome back. So 94 feet player of the week or team of the week. I got the Bucks for the team of the week because I mean, if you look here, this is what they did. Like, they beat the Rockets. The Rockets are the number 2 defensive team in the league.
They're good.
So that's good. And they hung.
It was a close game, yeah.
They hung 128 points against them. Like, against the second best defense. So it was like, and then they beat the number 3 team just the other night.
The
Magic. In defense, the number 3 defense. They hung up 118 on them. So, like, I got to give it to the Bucks, man. They're just playing elite basketball right now with 5-6 straight. There is another team that I would have gave it to too, but they just lost the other night.
76ers?
No, the Clippers.
Oh, the Clippers, yeah.
Clippers just lost. I was gonna give it to them, but I'm like, they lost.
I've been there, done that, bro. I saw it when it was on their 3-game winning streak. I called it. I gave it them the award.
Goodness.
But that's what I do. I set trends, man.
So who you got?
Team of the week. This is a little bit tough.
I set trends.
This is a little bit tough. I thought about the Bucks as well. My only knock against the Bucks, I want to see them doing it on the road. They've been on like a 6-game home stretch or something like that. So I'm like, they should be winning all these games. One of the teams I will give some credit to is the Warriors. I give them the Warriors because they on a 3-game winning streak.
They your team of the week.
Team of the week, the Warriors. They on a 3-game winning streak. They beat the Celtics.
They barely got their head above water, man.
Yeah, but they beat this. This is just for the week. If I looked at them this week, they beat the Celtics, and I can't remember who else they beat. But they won games. Klay Thompson is back, and they're doing this while Draymond Green is like going through his counseling. So like,
Yeah.
when somebody says something like he can't be with the team or something like that, and it was like, this is the reason why they're winning.
Three-game win streak,
The
man.
3-game win streak. I give it to them because that Celtics game
I
was
think
not an easy one to
Draymond-
win.
I think Draymond can be replaced at this point in his career. I don't think he could be replaced back when they was winning championships,
Mm-hmm.
but I think now, somebody else can do what Draymond can do. I think he's.
I don't disagree. I don't agree and I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I don't because like they showed their record with him and without him, and it was like the same thing. So it's like
yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes
he
I
can be
feel
there or
like
he can't. It
yeah.
doesn't matter. I don't think it matters.
So yeah, I think.
So
but I
who
like
is
to
your
see them.
player? I'm gonna give you my player of the week.
Uh-huh.
You ain't gonna have my player of the week, but go ahead do your player of the week.
I'm going Dame. Dame, 40 point, 39 point. Like
Yes,
him and
sir.
Giannis kind of switch roles for this week. I gotta go Dame. I gotta stay home. Weber State representing.
Weber.
Yeah, Dame. It was an easy one for me. I felt like he had a great week. He's starting to find his mojo back. So when I see that, I'm like,
Yeah, that's
I can
the
rock with
easy
you.
one. No, that's the easy pick. You know, Anthony Simons is the player of the week.
he's been balling.
That dude.
One game he had like 1 point in the first half though, and I had an over for him. So
That
You
dude
know how I
been
feel about it.
balling.
I
Over the
take
last
things
few
personal.
games- over the last few games, he's averaging 30 points, though. Also,
Let me see which game was
did
that
you
one.
know that he's averaging 27 points for the year?
Yeah, because he was hurt at the beginning, right?
was
So
hurt.
he came out and came back, and nobody really
Scoot
been
was
noticing.
stinking it up, and Anthony Simons said, "Let me show you how it's done."
Yeah, they bench Scoop.
30, 30, 30.
He been balling.
30. I'm telling you, man.
Trying to find it was one of these
Anthony
games.
Simons